Hello YouTube, it is Toya Ruth here with the Divas and the Details, and I am just stopping by yet again to bring you some perfume content. Today I want to talk about Black Orchid and the flankers of it that I have. I think there's one other flanker other than the three that I have for Black Orchid, but I think that this will give you a fairly comprehensive comparison of Black Orchid, and I'm going to talk about how I rank them. So first, we're going to start off with Black Orchid. Beautiful bottle. I've done a kind of miniature review on this when I talked about my favorite sexy fall fragrances. So this Black Orchid is an eau de parfum. So for eau de parfum, how perfumes work in concentration is that a straight parfum, it has the most oil content, and so it's going to be the strongest, it's going to have the best sillage, it's going to be the longest lasting. Next up would be an eau de parfum, then an eau de toilette after that. So this is an eau de parfum. This is a beautiful bottle. It is 1.7 ounces. The ingredients in this one, the notes are, the top note is pink pepper. It has some clove. The middle notes are jasmine, rose, bitter orange. It has some vetiver. It has cashmere wood, and it has tuberose in it. This is a unique, beautiful fragrance. This fragrance, when someone smells this on you, and if they are aware of top designer fragrances, they're gonna know that it's Tom Ford Black Orchid. This is a very complex, sexy, 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 va boom, loud fragrance that you're gonna leave folks in your essence when you walk by. I actually love this fragrance. It's one of my favorite designer fragrances. I think Tom Ford does a great job with their blending. So this is the prototype. This is what we are measuring everything else against. The original Black Orchid, the eau de parfum. So the next flanker I think I'm gonna go with is, shoot. Let me think. What could I go to next? Let's try Velvet Orchid, because purple's my favorite color. Okay, so this is Velvet Orchid. It has the same ribbed bottle. I got a 1.7 ounce again. It has the gold tie. It has the gold plate in the front. Okay. This one has mandarin. I get this right off the bat, a nice citrusy scent. This one is actually sweeter than the original Black Orchid. So this has, the citrus notes will cover that first, the bright notes. This is mandarin in the top. This is Italian bergamot. The sweetness is coming from the honey. This actually has a little bit of rum. It has Black Orchid true to the original, except instead of bitter orange like the original Black Orchid, this one actually has orange blossom, so it's a little bit brighter. This has Moroccan rose and Turkish rose instead of tuberose. This has the jasmine, so that's another wink and a nod to the original, but it also has magnolia, and it has hyacinth. I've never smelled hyacinth before, so I don't know. I can't break that out of this middle. I just know that it all smells good together. This ends in sandalwood, balsam, suede, and vanilla. So this is a sweet, smooth version of this. This is more user-friendly. It's softer. It doesn't stand out as much as this one. This is sweet, sexy. This is va-va-boom sexy. So this is Velvet Orchid, and Velvet is a perfect name for this because it is smooth. The vanilla makes it smoother. The honey makes it sweeter and lighter and more innocent. I feel like the roses are softer, the jasmine and the sandalwood, nice fragrance, but it is not as, ooh, what is that? Or, ooh, I know that's Black Orchid compared to the first one. Then we're gonna go with, oh no, this is the newest one. I'm not gonna go that thing. Yeah. So then we're gonna go with Black Orchid Soleil. So the bottle for this one is one of my favorites. This is the rose gold bottle. Really like this, same bow tie, same ribbing. This is 1.7 ounces. This starts off with, pink pepper. Much like the original Black Orchid, this has the bitter orange. This has some cypress in it. It has red spider lily. It has tuberose in it. It has chestnut cream. It has vanilla, and it has patchouli. I love patchouli. I love vanilla to end with. The only thing that could have topped this off more was throw some amber in there. It's like, it would have been perfect. Okay. This one is more of a day fragrance to me. So evening, night, day. This fragrance, unlike these other two, both of these feel like cold weather fragrances, period. This feels like a summer day or evening. It feels like spring. It feels like fall day. This is a great fragrance. It can go more throughout the year. Like that one. Last but not least, we have, this is Black Orchid Parfum. It is all gold. Very in-your-face opulent bottle. Oh, okay. So, Black Orchid Parfum, and I'm looking over here at my notes. It has black truffle. It has ylang ylang. It has black orchid, black plum, rum absolute, and patchouli. What I'm getting right off the bat is all of this rum. So I don't know what the concentration of it is, but it letting me know it's absolute, it's strong. The patchouli is strong in here, the patchouli is strong in here, the rum is strong in here. And I do smell this like chocolatey element. Guess that's the truffle in there. How I would say this to rank these is Black Orchid was beyond reproach to begin with. So I didn't think you could make it any better, but I am very pleased with one of the flankers in particular that just brings me so much joy. And then the other ones are like, okay, I get it. This is like for someone who doesn't want to go all in for Black Orchid. How I like to think of this is if you were going to a concert and Black Orchid is the focus. Who comes out before the headliner would be Velvet Orchid. This is a good opening act. Let's say we're at this concert you've been trying to go to forever. You got a good opening act, okay? They're holding it down. They're not staying out there too long on the stage. They're getting you warmed up. That would be Velvet Orchid. Black Orchid. The headliner comes in, flying in from the ceiling. This is Lady Gaga coming in the top of a dome, coming down to the stage. This is Beyonce and Jay-Z on the run too. This is Freedom, Freedom, I Can't Lose. This is the water coming in the stage. This is fire coming from the side. This is I've sweat my hair out at this concert. It was everything I ever wanted. That's the original Black Orchid. If this concert was located in New Orleans and it was like an Essence Fest concert, this would be the after party. We're at the Super Lounge. We don't want to go home yet. We're going to have a few drinks, a couple of nightcaps. We're not drunk, but we're nice and tipsy. We're feeling good. This is the next day for brunch with the girls at breakfast at Brennan's, letting everybody know what they missed, going through my phone. I am just in bliss, the afterglow of the best concert I've ever been to. I had front row seats. It was amazing, and I'm telling them all about it. And this is, we're eating brunch. We're having mimosas. I have my shrimp and grits. I have my eggs Benedict at the finest restaurant. My bag is not on the floor. It is on the table, and life is amazing. And we're trying to talk about how we can get those girls to the next concert with me. That's what the Soleil is. So of all the Black Orchids that we have, I would never leave without the headliner. And I have got to be able to recover and talk about and reminisce and hold on to everything we've experienced the next day. So I would take, by and large, Black Orchid, the original, the prototype, and Black Orchid Soleil as my ride or dies. Then I would take Velvet Orchid, Black Velvet Orchid, as a third. So this is first, second. Velvet Orchid is third. And last but not least is the Parfum. Reason why I am putting this one last, this is the most similar to this one, but the notes that they brought out that are prominent are not notes that I absolutely love. I don't absolutely love the truffle. I don't absolutely love the rum absolute. I'm like, if you were gonna crank up something to the 10th degree, I would have preferred you would have cranked up maybe in the Eau de Parfum, there's a cashmere wood. You could have done that, or you could have done some of the orange to make it more of a daytime fragrance, or you could have done, added ton of vanilla. Because that's not what happened with this, I could actually do, if I could do without any Black Orchid, I could do without this one. And I'm gonna be completely honest, now that I'm smelling this again with this rum, this truffle, I would give this to my husband. This is a beautiful fragrance. I don't think though, even though it's marketed as a perfume or parfum, that should be geared towards women. This is the most unisex out of all the Black Orchids, and this is how I would want Mr. Me to smell. I'm gonna give this to my husband. Give this to my husband. Once I smell it on him, I know I'm gonna love it. So of the fragrances that I feel are the most female, the order of them would be the original Black Orchid, the prototype, Black Orchid Soleil, and then Tom Ford Velvet Orchid. Those are my 3. And then I would give Orchid Parfum to my guy. Yes. Those are my thoughts on Tom Ford Black Orchid. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like the video. Please comment on your rankings of Black Orchid and the glory that is all the flankers. And please subscribe. Until next time, the Divas in the Details. Thank you.